Hey guys, this is Mary Jane, and we are now on our fourth video on how to speak English well. So let's move on to some things that we need to know. First, you need to build your other English skills to help with your spoken fluency. So, fluent spoken English comes from having a broad vocabulary, good listening comprehension skills, and a solid understanding of grammar. Therefore, it is really a mistake if you're just going to focus 100% on speaking. Imagine that you are, let's say, building a house. So if you're going to build a house, you will be needing let's say a wide range of materials. You will be needing bricks, timber, cement, slates for the roof, and so on. So this is also the case when you are building fluency in English. You need solid foundations on which to build, and these represent the other main skills in the language. So try the following steps for you to improve your foundations for fluency. All right, let's move on to our 13th tip. Always keep working to improve your vocabulary. Having a large vocabulary gives you greater flexibility and power of expression in English. Therefore, it is very important that you continually work to improve your vocabulary through A, conscious study, and B, passive exposure to the language. So, I think one of the biggest problems learners face when speaking English is that they lack the words to express what they wish to say, or cannot construct sentences quickly enough to hold a fluent conversation. So, working on your vocabulary can help this immensely. However, you must also be selective of the words and phrases that you choose to learn if you want to remember them. Hot tip: only learn words and expressions that you are actually going to use regularly. You can also keep a personal dictionary or vocabulary notebook for new words and phrases. You also have to set yourself mini tests each week on a selection of the most useful new terms you have found, or perhaps you can also use an application such as Word Steps. So it will also help you compile lists and then test your vocabulary over time. All right, moving on to 14. Remember that listening is just half of the conversation. If you want to know how to speak English fluently, then first learn how to be a good listener. Fluency is often gained by listening to and then copying the language used by others. So, English has a wide variety of accents and regional forms. So, it is vital you work on your listening comprehension skills if you wish to understand native speech. So, for you to do this, you can try the following. You can watch current English TV series. You can also watch films with subtitles. You also have YouTube channels and so on. If you enjoy music, you can pick your favorite tracks, print off the lyrics, and then translate the meaning into your own language. Or, and even better, you can also sing along. You should also try listening to audiobooks and then try transcribing them on paper. And then you compare that to the original printed version with your transcript and try to see where you got it wrong. Note down any new words and phrases that you find useful. Next, be a bookworm. So, reading more can help build your understanding of the language in terms of word order. You also have grammatical constructions, idioms, and other set phrases used by native speakers. If you read lots of articles about the same topic, or let's say books by the same author, you will find that words and phrases actually repeat themselves time after time. So the more you read similar texts and let's say, yes, read texts or phrases, it will be easier for you to understand them and be familiar with it. So it will really be helpful for your vocabulary. Hot tip: avoid reading material that is too old or outdated. You have to stick to texts written in the last 30 years, as these are, let's say, more representative of the language used by native speakers today. So if you're going to read something from the 1950s, it is possible that the words they use there are not commonly used nowadays. So try to read something written in the last 30 years. All right, moving on, let's have 16. Analyze native English conversations dialogues for more natural speech. So, if you want to speak English more fluently, you need to examine how natives use the language in their everyday conversations. So, try making simple or sample dialogues from textbooks or transcribing them from TV programs. So, you can do that for soap operas, sitcoms that have or reflect common usage. Also, you're going to notice that some native speakers have a tendency to use more phrasal verbs. They also use contractions and simplified tense forms, especially in American English. So, this language is likely to differ from that found in our traditional textbooks, and it will give you some valuable insights into how modern English is spoken today. You may also try to have, like, let's say, a role playing with a conversation with your friend. So you will be able to practice more, and then you will have common exchanges for situational English that you are also learning. So you will find that there are many words and phrases that are often repeated during everyday conversations in English, and it is really worth identifying these and knowing them very well.